All right. It has been, I can't even tell you what it's been. It's been, clearly, this is not the time I wanted to start. I had customers, and then the thing that I use to put the chats on the screen, it just completely and totally collapsed, and I've literally been trying to fix it. There's a way to do it, and you have to integrate it with Google Chrome, and for some reason Chrome says that it's not supported anymore, which is bullshit. But you know, Google's gonna Google, so they have a workaround, which is a separate app unto itself, but I don't know that. I know the one that's integrated as the extension, which didn't do me any good, but whatever. You know what? It's already late, so I'm just going to get started with the books. You're going to see what's coming out tomorrow because there's a lot of good stuff coming out. And we're going to start with DC. And this here is Absolute Batman issue number 10. Up next, we have Absolute Flash. Sorry, I am trying to see when I got the when I would get the images for the books that were coming out. What would happen is that in the file name it would show, you know, who the artist was, and these don't. So the only way that I would be able to see them is embiggening the image, which I wasn't prepared to do. Thank you very much, DC. This here is Jeff Lemire, who is handling the writing. I can't see, and this is the other thing too, I shrunk. This is just a complete and total cluster because OBS, when you actually use images, you preload images, which is what the covers are. You have to shrink them, because if you don't, the file that you have the images in, it will cut it off. So like, let's say I have 10 images in there and I don't shrink them. If it passes whatever the limit is, and I don't know exactly what the limit is, what'll happen is that, and this is actually, I think I'm too loud. Am I too loud? Is anybody out there? If anybody's out there, let me know if I'm too loud, because the level here, it looks like it goes past the red. So let me shrink it down a little bit there. I don't want to sound all Paul-esque. Here, we'll put it on 8, -8. What'll happen is if you pass the total size, then it won't show all 10 covers. It'll show, like, say, 7. And so what I do is I shrink the images. That way it'll show up there. Unfortunately, they're shrunken on my computer too. So that means that when I embiggen them so I can see what's going on, it just it doesn't show them to me. So we'll just proceed. And this one here is Batman and Robin. And this is by Mark Waid and Chris Samney. There you go. And this is Batman and Robin Year 1. This is issue number 9. And the All-Star Game is on. I did not know that. Up next we have... Oh, this is a variant cover. This is Frank Quitely, who was the artist responsible for All-Star Superman. Elements of which James Gunn borrowed for the Superman movie that is currently out in cinemas. Here we have Batman Superman World's Finest. This is issue number 11? No, number 41. And this is also by Mark Waid. I can't see who they are. You know what? This is ridiculous. You know, the things that I need to go through just to do a stream, it's incredible. To me, anyways. Lunar, DC, Lunar Where's garbage? Where are the... Here we go. Of course, now that I have it here, it's going to show me every cover. Because I don't show you guys every cover because there are some covers that I just don't have. But here we go. Samney. World's Finest. Gutierrez. Gutierrez is doing the art for Batman, Superman, World's Finest. All that just to find out who it was. And here is the Kevin Maguire Superman variant, which I thought was cool. Up next is Detective Comics, issue number 1099. Right, that says 1099. Yes, it does. And this is Tom Taylor and Lee Garbett. Trying to see if I can embiggen it. There we go. 1099. Yes. Garbett. And I read this. It was pretty good. Although, I'm not saying much for Tom Taylor. Crypto, number 2, is up next. And once I scroll to it... Did I just really? Yeah, I guess I did. Crypto, The Last Dog of Krypton, issue number 2. And Ryan North handles the writing duty. And I want to... Well, it's not... I want to say Ed, but I'm sure it's not Ed. But maybe Tom Norton? Whatever, his last name is Norton, and he's the one that handles the art duties. It's definitely not Ed. He's an artist. Did I leave the variant cover there? I did. Look at this. That's an awesome variant. And this is, if I can get it there, De La Torre. Rafael De La Torre. And he did that one there. Nothing wrong with Crypto. Nightwing is up next, issue 128. Dexter Soy handling the art duties. And Waters. For some reason I want to say Ben, but I don't think it's Ben. I think he's in everything but the girl. Next up is Robin and Batman. Not Batman and Robin. Jason Todd. Jeff Lemire. And Dustin Gwinn. Issue number 2. Superman Unlimited. And see now, is it showing up? Hold on. Because I do. Hosea, I do see your comments. I'm trying to see if they are showing up in the social thingy, social stream here. And they're not. And they're not. See? I'm going to have to... Let's see, wait. Let's see, maybe. Can I do this? Can I do this? Would it do it? No, it doesn't do it. It doesn't allow me to select it through there. Not good. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing this. But, I'll get to the Superman in a second here. Actually, you know what? This might be a good time to do it. Let's see. Well, hold on. Let me do this first. This is by Dan Slott, still. And Albuquerque. I'm sure it's Raphael, but I could be wrong because I think there are 2 Albuquerques. So let's just say it's Raphael and call it a day. Regardless, it's been a good book, and the art in there is good too. And as you see there, Toyman is in this issue, as well as Crypto. To answer your question, Jose, I did enjoy Superman a lot. Oh, by the way, enough of that. Hold on. What happened? What happened with your wife or your partner? What's the deal? Is there a Hosea Jr. in the world? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, and I also added this. This is a Frank Cho variant, and I will always order Frank Cho. Always. And here you see Superman with Harley and Ivy and Selena. Up next is New Gods, and as I scroll, because they put it, they don't have it as well. I mean, there is a the in front of it, but they put it under T, so it's the New Gods. But this is let's see, is it Ethan? Is it Ethan? Please, please, please. Yes. So it's Ram V and Ethan Cagle. And then there's two other names, and Morian and Segala. I'm sure one of them is an inker. Maybe there's someone handling art duties with Cagle, because I do know that there are a couple issues where he has gotten help, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I would prefer it was all him, but his stuff is fabulous. If I was an editor at DC, I would definitely sign him to a contract. Definitely. Like, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. His art is that good. Here we have Titans, issue number 25. And as you can see there we have Terra and Slade. And is that Killer Frost? I mean, she does have a snowflake on her chest. I don't know. It does look like her, but what do I know? Let's see. Born on the 10th. Nice. My wife did name him. Say, aha. Yes, see? Oh, you have... Whoa. Seriously, you haven't seen Superman yet? Oh. It's a shame. It's woke and everything, and all those other things that all the grifters are complaining about. It's really not. Up next, and I think this is the final title for DC. No, we got one more after this. Okay. Is Wonder Woman. Written by... And look. There's little Hosea Jr. on the back. Look at that. Tom King and Daniel Samperi doing the art duties there. Number 23. And last but not least, Zatanna. Now, this has been by Jamal Campbell, and he's been handling both the art duties and the writing duties. And you know what? He's another one. Make him exclusive. And if they don't, then I would love to see him at Marvel doing a Rogue series. Or maybe, you know what? Get Rogue, get Storm, maybe Magic, a couple other characters, I'm sure. You know what? A-Force. I'm good with that. Make it so. And then, as I said, I did say this earlier. You did hear me say this, right? You did. This is a Frank Cho variant, and he did this. And, yeah. And I also, this one, I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to embiggen this because it's near the UPC. Omare, I think. Homara is what it says. And that is who did this variant right here. I happen to like both of them. I like Frank Cho's more, but this one's good too. So that's all I have for DC. There's more. There are more variants, but I'm not getting them. So I'm only going to show you what I'm getting. Up next we have Marvel stuff. As I stall here, let's see. Why is this doing this? Full viewer. No, not that. Now it just covered up the screen. Great. Okay, where did it go? I swear, this is like remedial computering over here. The hell? Marvel. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Bring on the bad guys. Abomination number 1. Now, what Marvel's been doing with these is, you know, they're one shots. They tie together. They're connected, and then they do a beginning and an end. And actually, I don't think there was a beginning with this. It just started with Doom. And then we went to, I think Green Goblin was after that. And now we're at Abomination. Mark Guggenheim handles the writing on this. And James Gunn did indeed. Indeed. Here is the Derek Chu Sister Sorrow variant. Right there. Then we have Deadpool E. Wolverine. Benjamin Percy doing the art. I don't know Gil's first name, but somebody named Gil is handling the art duties. It's okay. I prefer, who was doing it before? Joshua Cassara, I think his name was. I don't remember what it was, but he was good. He did like the first 5 issues. Here's a variant by Walt Simonson. And Walt's rendition of Apocalypse. He was one of the individuals responsible for Apocalypse. Death of the Silver Surfer is up next. And it doesn't tell me who the artist is for this cover. But this is one cover. And then there's this cover. This cover, I happen to know, is Aaron Kuder. And then we have this cover here by Claudio Castellini, sorry. And this one, now, I always slaughter this gentleman's name, and every time I do, I always apologize. I did ask him how to pronounce it, but he said it would be difficult to write it out, you know. Understood. And then I said, okay, so when I go to New York Comic Con, I'll find him and ask him. And I haven't been back to New York Comic Con since before the pandemic. So I don't know what it is. I apologize. But Kael, Kael, Gu, G-U, and Gu, N-G-U. N-G-U is his last name. But I do like this cover because it does have the Fantastic 3. Well, actually, no, Johnny's there in the background. There's the Flame, so 4. All 4 of them are there, including the leader of the team, Sue Storm. God, grow up, children. Eddie Brock Carnage, number 6, is up next. Charles Soule. And Saiz, I don't know what his first name is. I apologize. But he's handling the art duties there. Actually, you know what? Since I have this open, I don't need this window. We'll do this one. There we go. Exceptional X-Men is up next. Manson is handling the art duties, and Eve Ewing is writing, and Riri is guest starring. Giant Size, House of M. Lansing and Kelly is writing. Mana, I don't know who that is handling the art duties. And then it says plus a Revelation story by Saladin Ahmed and Martin Coccolo. And I think Adam Kubert did this cover. I can't tell if it's Adam or Andy. It's one of the two. It's a Kubert. That's all that matters. Here's the variant cover. This is Ivan Talavera. And I really dig this. I like this cover. As Hosea said, he can really cook. Okay, now I can't tell you how bad, how damn of a shame it is that you can't see this cover. Because it's very small. Maybe on your TV screen. Let me see. Hold on if it comes up on mine. It's about, I think there's like a 20-second delay. Yeah, see, this does it no justice. And my screen's about 60, 65 inches. So you got to see this one. And they made a poster out of this. So, yeah, it is incredible. It's by Mark Brooks, the cover. And it is phenomenal. This is Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe. Jerry Dugan is doing the writing. Javier Garron is doing the art. And you should grab this. It was entertaining. And I will say no more. I did read this, and it was good. It was good. It was really good. Here's some variants. This is, let me see, let me get this up here. There we go. This is Dave Wachter, Wachter, Marvelized Thingzilla variant. Right there. And then we got this one here. This is the EJ Sue fan favorite variant. This is the Javier Garron variant. Rogue is there. That's all I care about. That's pretty cool. I just noticed Cap diving in right in the middle of the atomic breath. See it? And then we got this one here. This is the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. That's his shtick. That's one of his. What's the word I'm looking for? That's one of the things he does. He does action figure variants and the covers where the colors bleed. I can't describe it any better than that. Negative Space, I think it's called, maybe. But those are that's his two. That's two brands. I don't know. Whatever you call it. That's what he does. He does action figure variants. And then we have this one. I believe, yes, this is the Lionel Francis Yu foil variant. This looks really like the atomic breath in foil. Like what they're doing, what Marvel's been doing with their foil variants is much better than just. It's literally not just foilizing the regular cover. They spot foil it, like where they'll take little aspects of it and just make that foil. It looks foily. Like the entire cover is foil, but I can't describe it. They just emphasize certain aspects of the artwork, and it looks really good. It looks like they actually put some effort into it. I mean, they don't even give us the full discount for these covers. In fact, it's little to no discount for the foil variants, so they better put some damn effort into it. And I think this might be the last one. This is the Sean Galloway animation variant with Godzuki on the cover. Anybody that's watched the cartoon knows who Godzuki is. I'm not going to explain it to you. And yes, Hosea, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2 is still going on. It's on number 2 now, I believe. Here we have Imperial, number 2. Jonathan Hickman, Federico Vincentini, Iban Coelho is also on there. I think they're sharing art duties. Now, me personally, I love Hickman. What I don't love is the cosmic stuff. So this is so not up my alley right now. But as you can see on there, it's got the Starjammers. It has, I'm assuming, is that Tony Stark maybe? That looks like Tony Stark. Deathbird. And what's his face? Ronan. Thank you. I couldn't remember his name. Right there. And yeah, I'm just little to no interest. Again, not because it's bad, just because I'm really, really, really not a fan of cosmic stuff. Really. And when Hickman's involved, oh, he's going to get deep into it. And I'm just like, dude. I can't. Here is the Gerald Parrell variant. And then this one is the Javier Garron 4-part connecting variant. This is part number 2. And last but not least, Scotty Young variant right there. I also got in these comic book boxes, which are the Marvel swimsuit special. One side you have Adam Hughes, the other side you have Mark Brooks. I mean, what more could you ask for? Although, I do dig the Mark Brooks cover more because he has Rogue there. So, just by virtue of that fact alone, I mean, he's got Carol, he's got Rogue, he's got Jen, he's got Mary Jane, and he's got Nat. So, you know, that kind of trumps Jen, and I think that's Luke. And I can't see who the other ones are. That's probably Tony standing next to Jen. But yeah, because he's got the Iron Man gauntlet on. But yeah, so I have those boxes here in case you guys need boxes. Here's issue number 2 of The World to Come. Quesada, who I loathe as a writer, as an artist. He's pretty good. Him and Priest, Christopher Priest, is handling the writing duties on this book. Actually, I think it gives Quesada co-writer or maybe plot or something. Actually, you know what? I have the book right next to me. Let me see. Wow, that's a novel idea. Let's see what we got here. Oh, well, it just says by Quesada and Priest, with colors by Richard Isanove. And then there's lettering, and the covers by Quesada and Isanove. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's weird that Quesada's name is first, but, you know, I would expect it from someone who has done what he's done to Spider-Man in the past. I would expect that. I expect it. But yeah, this was interesting. Here's a variant cover. This is by David Marquez. And then we have this one here. This one, I like this one. Tormund Clark is doing this one here. I like this one a lot. I think it's like the colors, you know. I think that's what does it. And I mean, he can draw too, obviously, but it's the color scheme too that does it for me. New Avengers, number 2, Black Bolt. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I said the Inhumans were essentially dollar store X-Men, and the individual that I was speaking to said that they liked Black Bolt. So we'll leave it at that. Because I said the only Inhuman worth anything is Lockjaw, which is a fact. I mean, that's just a fact, you know. New Champions is up next. This is issue number 7. How far this is going to go, I don't know. I think 10, maybe. But this is issue number 7. And I can't see. I'm trying to see who... Oh, excuse me. This energy drink really isn't kicking in yet. Let me see. Let me see if I can embiggen it. Yeah, I can't see the name. Minikov, maybe? Meinikov, perhaps? I don't know. I could be wrong. But, yeah, there you go. That's that. Here we have Predator versus Spider-Man. Now, there's some good things about this book, and there are some bad things. I'll give you the good. This book's awesome. I mean, I've enjoyed this book. Bringing Craven in to this was genius, and it's bloody, and there are people being skinned alive and dead. And yes, now the art for this particular issue, it wasn't to me as good as the previous issues. I don't know if it's a different artist or not, or maybe if he just, you know, by the time he got to the 4th issue, he's like, dude, I just got to get through this, man. So that's what it seemed, but it was good nonetheless. And it ends. It ends. This is the final issue. That was the bad. This is the final issue. However, they are going to do a Predator versus the Marvel Universe. So that's what. Now, that's the other thing too with the Godzilla thing. I don't think the one-shots that they did, they did Godzilla versus Thor, Godzilla versus Hulk, Godzilla versus the X-Men, Godzilla versus Fantastic Four and all that. I don't think you need to read those. It didn't really... what's his name? Oh my god. It wasn't... I know he did... God damn it. I know he did Deadpool. Where is it? There it is. Nope. Hold on. Jerry Dugan. I think this is a case of him not knowing. Maybe this is like what used to happen with Spider-Man back in the day when they were doing Brand New Day. They had 3 different creative teams, and each team would handle like 3 issues. And then what'll happen is one team would do 3 issues, and then the next team would come in and do 3 issues, and then the next team. So they would switch off, and the team that was currently doing it didn't know what the previous team was doing, so the issues were very disjointed. The stories were very disjointed. So I think that might be what happened with this. But so Jerry Dugan, when he was writing this, he didn't know exactly what the guys were doing for the previous books. Unless, no, I don't think Dugan did any of the other issues. But so I think that might have been the case. But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm eager to see the Predator versus the Marvel Universe. I can't wait for that. And then we have this cool ass variant cover. This is an homage, of course, and does it, let me see, in the bottom corner, I can't see the signature. It doesn't say. Damn it. This was a cap cover, Captain America. But yeah, I like this one. This one's okay. This one's awesome. Spider-Girl is up next. This is issue number... Whoops. I didn't want to show you that yet. Oh well. This is issue number 2. Torrin Gronbeck, I think is how you pronounce her name. And I don't know if this isn't Eduardo Risso. It can't be. But Risso is the one handling the art duties. David Nakayama did the cover. DNA, you see that there. And then this next cover... Oops. That right there. That's a really cool cover. This is by Nogi-san. Nogi space S-A-N. And I really dig this. This is almost David Aja-esque. But I like it. I like just like it's black and white, and then you got a little red there on the fan and on the hilt of the sword. Really cool. And actually, the character design is pretty cool too. Star Wars issue number 3. Looks like they're going back to Cloud City. And this is Segura and Phil Noto. Noto's handling the art duties. Ultimate Black Panther is up next. And let's see who's there. Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli. Still nice. Issue number 18. Here's a variant. This one is by Chris Allen. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. That's why it's here. And then we have this Peach Momoko second printing variant for Ultimate Spider-Man. And then, I think this is it. I think that, yeah, this is the last one. This is Ultimate X-Men number 17, Peach Momoko. Look at that. You know what's weird? There was a thing that came out that they said the co-writer of Ultimate X-Men. It's weird because it's only her name on there. I don't read this. I mean, I've thumbed through it many times, but I don't read it. So the fact that there's another individual writing this, I mean, Peach is good, but like, you know, gotta give him due some credit. But yeah, and that's the final Marvel book right there. Let me see. Yep. There are some independents that I'm getting. Not many, but they are here. Here we have Mothra. This is issue number 4. This is cover A by Sophie Campbell, who's killing it on Supergirl, by the way. But I do dig this cover. And I think she also does some art on the interiors, too. And then we have this B cover. This one is by Rivera. Which Rivera, you ask? I don't know. No, I don't. I see the signature on the bottom. It just says R, and then underneath it says SIP. So, I can't tell you. I apologize. But I can tell you his name is Rivera. Let's see. There we go. And then there's, let me get to this. Okay, there we go. And then there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 10. This cover here is by Jorge Fornes. And then we have Kevin Eastman, of course. And then this one here is by Juan Ferreira. This one is by Francavilla. I like this. I think I grabbed this one. This is one I grabbed. Maybe. It's hard because there's a couple of them here that are good. Definitely the Eastman one, too. And this is by Randolph. Is this Carrie? I don't know. It's definitely not Grace, that's for sure. And I think that was it. Yep, go back to Mothra. And that, my friends, is the end of this totally discombobulated stream. Let me get rid of that. Jose, are you on Discord? I have a Discord. I don't really use it. WhatsApp, I don't use WhatsApp at all. At all. I don't even have one, to be honest with you. Let me see. No. I mean, I'm not morally opposed to it or anything like that. I just don't have. I don't have it. Or do I? What is this? Oh wait, is this? I don't want to hit on it. I have this thing on my iPhone where the iPhone will, if it reaches a certain threshold, as far as space on the phone, it will automatically delete apps that I don't use. But I do see. I can't see whether this is it or not. It starts with a W, and it is in the social networking thing that they folded at the throw. I don't care about it. With Yelp and Foursquare, I think that's what it's called. But I don't use it, so it's not on there. I would have to re-download it or whatever. But I don't have a. I don't think I have. I've never had to use it. Although maybe I should for the store. I don't know. I'll look into it. Right now I'm just on Facebook, Instagram, not Twitter. No more Twitter. No, I have Snapchat for the store, but I don't really upload. Same with Pinterest and Tumblr every so often. That's it. Oh, and TikTok. TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook the most. Yeah. What's up, Sean? Yeah, how's it going, man? Are you still down south? But yeah, let's see. I'll try to log on Fortnite so I can hear your review of Superman. Your thoughts are the few worth hearing on comic book movies. Well, I appreciate that, Hosea. Actually, you should also Dan Murrell. He's another one. I vouch for him because he does it without the bullshit and the performative outrage and the pearl clutching and all the other nonsense that all of those other people on the internet do. It's like they either they want to, I don't want to say they shill, but they don't want to give a negative review because they don't want to lose access to the studios or not be invited to things or not have, links to the episodes. or they go the other way where they're performatively outraged about things or upset that an actor said something in an interview and hurt their feelings. Oh, you know what? Let me switch it to the screen that I have here. But yeah. So yeah, no, I just, you know. And it's the other thing too. And one other person, Hosea, do Dan Murrell, Murrell, and Red Letter Media. Those are the two that I fuck with. Those are the only two. Everybody else. Oh, Christian Harloff. I mean, he doesn't have a thing where the access stuff and all that stuff. But Dan is the one the most, and Red Letter Media. Those are the two. So that's who I would recommend that you listen to. Let's see. Sean said, "I wish they continued the Earthbound game series through graphic novels, mangas." Yeah, this is a non-manga store, my friend. Earthbound. That's a video game? Yeah, I do. I finished constructing with the house and make cash from Airbnb. Nice. Building the place I'll actually live in now. I could live in the first, but it's easier and cheaper to do this for now. Cool. But dude, I guess you got out of America. Actually, wait, no, you were in Canada, right? Well, chill. Can I recommend Saps? They're good too. I have never heard of them, but I will. Let me see. I will check them out. Oh, and also, my new guy, Birdman, the Birdman. Check him out because he dissects all those individuals that are performative. And it's like when you watch his videos and you see the stuff that he talks about, or the way he shows you how full of shit they are. Like, any forward-thinking human being would see that and be like, you know what, I'm not going to give these grifters my time or my click or my view or my money buying their stupid books or whatever, all that stuff. Yeah, Vancouver was too expensive to live in and was inherited land from my situation and legal reasons, so I moved here. Oh, Vancouver, yeah, well, I mean, now they're the enemy number 2, I believe, because Mexico is number 1. So you're south of the border, so you're probably in the enemy vicinity. So you just moved from one enemy to the next. Way to go, Sean. Austin Burke is a friend of mine who is a pretty good and neutral, honest reviewer. I recommend. Well, there you go. There's another one, Hosea. Try him out too. But yeah, it's getting to the point that I don't know. It's weird. I had a couple of customers in the store a couple days ago, and they were kids, and by kids I mean like maybe 20-ish. But I was talking about people coming in and parroting all the stuff that those YouTubers say, and I said how I had to like dismantle and show them how wrong they were. And they were like, yeah, you should do that. And I'm like, well, number one, I it shouldn't be my job. But I do know that those people are out there. And the pandemic, if nothing, gave them a voice, or an audience, rather. I mean, like, when you see one of the individuals who's from Scotland has, like, 1 million views on a so-called review, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they have those numbers, And the stuff that they say, it's not even like, if you go to school for film or like learning how to critique a film, whether it's like story structure or the tropes, whatever it might be, like you actually, like, what is it, film theory, I think would be the name of the class that you could take, and you go to school for this stuff, like, then that's someone you should listen to more than these fools that are failed actors, failed screenwriters, people that clearly have an axe to grind with Hollywood. And that's not to say everything that Hollywood does is going to be good, because it's not, but when you're literally nitpicking about stupid shit, like, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Not sure if you've done anything with him recently, but DC Dots and I are planning on a stream this week whenever to review Superman. If you want to join, you can DM him. Would be cool to see you on. Dude, send me... Yeah, I don't really use Twitter much anymore, but if you want, DM me there or something, and then I'll make a point of checking it out. I'll at least check it once a day, okay? Because Twitter, not good. I made it clear to him as well to not have anyone on who would control the conversation or start stuff over other people's opinions on it. Like, oh, don't get me started with Nerd Man. Yeah, he already did his stream with Anzo, and that was that was a Nerd Man stream. I mean, at least he's on brand. When you watch him, you know what you're going to get, and he never fails to deliver, ever. I was going to do a review. I thought about it because right now, I mean, this is the second stream I've done since December, and I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll do a Superman one. The only other review I've ever done on this channel, on my channel, was with Stormy, and we did it for the Batman, and it wasn't necessarily like a normal review, you know. I had like a tier, and what I did was I broke it down, and then I'd tell her, okay, well, tell me what you liked, or what you thought about this character, or what you thought about this location, or whatever it was. It's still on the channel if you want to watch it. I mean, if anything, just to listen to Stormy's voice, because it's way better than mine. But you do that. I did that, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll do that for Superman. So I asked an individual to do it, who shall remain nameless, but I will tell you he's inbred and he lives in the state of Texas. And this individual didn't want to do it. So I was like, maybe. And then also I was like, well, do you want to do this? Because if you do, you got to let me know, because I got to put all this shit together. Like, it's very, again, it's a first world problem, but gathering all the images, for the tier and stuff like that, and just me setting up OBS and like the way that I want to, because of my, OCD about things. Like, it's time consuming, and I'm not necessarily like, Joe OBS where I know everything and I can do everything. Like, I usually take the long route to do things instead of doing things the simple way, as I do in life. And he was just like, no. So I was like, fine. Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, when people come into the store, if they ask, what do you think about Superman? I tell them, or anything, even comic books or whatever, So basically, I guess what I'm telling you guys is that if you want to know my opinions about things, move to Connecticut in the United States. I mean, it's not that long a distance. New Zealand and South America, right? But where would I rank Superman in James Gunn's filmography? Let me do this. I'll do this quickly. Let's see. Because, outside of the Guardians, James Gunn. Oops. I just had it right there. There we go. Oh, wow. Why is the Batman Part 2 on there? 2027? They got movies on here that aren't even out. Clayface? Oh, internet. Never stop interneting. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Wow, they have like a shit ton of little pictures of things. It's like he's only in 1, 2, 3, or he only did. Well, let's see, director. I'm just gonna go director, not writer, because he did Dawn of the Dead, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2, Electric Boogaloo, or Monsters Unleashed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so he only directed 7 movies. Slither, Super, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3, Suicide Squad, and Superman. So I would say, this is behind. It's close. It's really close. This is behind Suicide Squad. I mean, sorry, not Suicide Squad, Guardians. My bad. So it'd be Guardians, Superman, Suicide Squad, Guardians 3. Just because it's Marvel and I care about that more than Super or Slither. Guardians 2, and then Slither, and then Super. Yeah. He also was a producer on Brightburn, which he shouldn't have done, because that was a terrible, terrible wannabe Superman story. It was really bad. It was marketed as what if Superman had shitty parents, and that's not even what it was at all, and it was so disappointing. Like, I know, and I do too, people give Zack Snyder shit for things, but like for Sucker Punch, that movie, the trailer, was exactly what you got. And I can't fault him for that. But Brightburn, it was billed as, Superman with bad parents, and there was nothing wrong with his parents. It was the ship. Spoiler alert for the 6-year-old movie. It was the ship that made him evil. So, whatever. Let's see. What site do you usually use just for contact reasons? Well, Sean, go to direct.me/rocomics. There's whatchamacallit. You can email me there. There's usually I'm most active on Instagram, because especially like today I've been getting messages because people want me to put books aside. So I would say Instagram. Facebook, I don't always get notifications. And Twitter, I never get, not Twitter, TikTok, I never get notifications. So TikTok, no. It would be Instagram. I'd say Instagram. That'd probably be the most, because at least they notify me when I get notifications. Even though sometimes what they'll do is they'll put there's like 3 categories that they have. There's like priority, general, and I don't know what the other one is. And like sometimes they'll bury the message in one of those, and I'll never know that their message is there, because I'll get it's weird. It's completely weird. But let's see. I'll message you on Twitter though. Yeah, you could do that too. I also, because that's how Anzo gets in touch with me sometimes. I also at you in a tweet from a week or so ago. I thought that you might find funny. I'll check it out. Was a guy raging out on Snyder bots and people who hate everything about Superman who sounded exactly like you. You mean vocally, or the things they were saying, or the cadence, or the accent, or whatever? Please do a review. My only con with Superman was lack of parenting and the spacing of scenes. I think that and a chapter idea was cut down by WB to try to make fans see it in theaters multiple times if it's not 3. Yeah, I heard there was a 4-hour version of it too, which I'm hoping, it'd be nice, maybe a director's cut or something. But, it was fine. It was definitely fine. The parent scenes, yeah, I agree with that. But the scene with him and his father, again, you saw another scene where Jonathan was teaching things to Clark, unlike another movie that shall remain nameless that came out in 2013. But yeah, that was a pretty good scene. I'd rank it Guardians, Superman, Guardians 3, Suicide Squad, Guardians 2, Slither, and Super. Yeah, Suicide Squad and Guardians 3 are interchangeable to me. But yeah, definitely. All right. That's it. I'm done. I apologize to anybody that might have been waiting. I know it delayed an hour. Eventually, I do hope to have this straightened out. I'm going to have to figure out, because either try to find a workaround to get Google Chrome to recognize that extension so I can use it the way I've been using it for, 2 years, 3 years, ever since I found out about it. It's a thing that allows you to aggregate Like if you stream on multiple platforms, it allows you to get all of the messages from each platform. So if you if you stream on Twitch, Facebook, what are those the right leaning Rumble or whatever. Like they have like an entire, like let me see if I can find it here. There's like a ton of them, and if you do that, then you can utilize that. I can't even find it now, but I'm gonna figure it out maybe. But anyways, that's it. All right, Hosea, take it easy, and you too, Sean. Talk later. Have a great day. Try to catch a future stream. You do, and if you still stream Fortnite. No, I haven't done that in a while. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Anybody else that's been watching but hasn't chatted, thank you for watching too. And I do see that there are... Wait, actually, let me see. In Biggin. 4 likes. Appreciate those. Because apparently those matter. But I don't feel comfortable in asking. I know there's people out there that say like and share the stream and ring the bell and all that stuff. Because there is an algorithm, and you know, the more engagement that you get, the more they'll put you into that algorithmic stream. But, you know, it's whatever. If you like the stream, if you like what I'm saying, if you like the information, if you like seeing the images, whatever, then by all means, like it. If not, that's okay too. Even if you want to thumb it down, I mean, it's whatever. I would rather have you do that as opposed to just going through the motions and liking something just because somebody's asking you to like something. That's false. And there's enough falsity in this world. I don't want my streams to be another thing. So like it if you like it. Don't like it if you don't like it. And if you're ambivalent about it, hey, maybe next time I'll do better. But in the meantime, tomorrow is New Comic Book Day. There's some good stuff. I just saw something on the screen that was Godzilla. Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. That was good. The art in Mothra is good. Zatanna, Jamal, like there's a lot of good books that are coming out tomorrow. Death of Silver Surfer. So, yeah. If I am your local comic book store, I will see you tomorrow. If I am not your local comic book store, then do yourself a favor, find one. If you can't, or if the local comic book store near you happens to be owned and operated by Dick's, then get in touch with me, because I do ship to all parts of the globe. I think the furthest I ever sent stuff was probably to Australia. Actually, I sent something to Japan once. I don't know which is further away. I think maybe it's equal, maybe, depending on whatever, but I do ship, so you can get in touch with me. Go to that address there, direct.me/roguecomics, and there is a multitude of ways that you can get in touch with me, or just watch the videos. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and as always, have a great New Comic Book Day.